All right. Oh, that was fast. We're going live faster and faster now. Where is it? Where is it? Wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta check something real quick. Properties. Wait a minute. What happened? Where's my screen? Display capture. There we go. There it is. Golly. I don't even know what I'm looking at. There it is. Awesome. Oh, boy. Well, today was actually a normal day at school. School was totally fine. Afterwards, we were invited into sort of the main lecture hall where, we have faculty meeting and whatnot. Just the teachers, right? Just the teachers. And they had ice cream, right? They were really trying to soften it, which was nice. But they went over a lot of the details of what happened yesterday at the school. Tyson knows what happened. He watched the news, and there was a situation at our school yesterday, and I will not get into details, nor will I get into the details of what they said at the debrief, except that I believe it was handled very, very well from a law enforcement standpoint. I saw your conversation, Trevor and Tyson, about tickets and that sort of thing. Not very fun to have to deal with. Trevor, I feel the pain. Let's see, have I ever gotten a ticket? I got warnings. I've been warned. Yeah, I've gotten warnings, but never show up to court kind of thing. Traffic violation, not too bad. That's too bad. But yeah, today during our sort of debriefing, they talked about, number one, how awesome the law enforcement response was. Very quick, very seamless. And then also the charges, speaking of tickets and all that, the charges levied against this kid. It was funny. The principal was like, "Yeah, I feel bad for this kid," and I was like, "I don't." You put a whole group of 2,500 people at risk, or threaten or cry wolf or whatever it is. I feel no remorse whatsoever having this kid just have the full brunt of his consequences. Feel that. Don't be stupid like that. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Anyway, let's dive in. Let's play connections. And let's see what we come up with. I see Ferris, like a Ferris wheel, I guess. Bumper, roller, bright, hard shell, bouncy, rubber, duffel, merry, peewee, buggy, carry-on, heather, baby, sunny, and Indiana. Gee, these are all over the place. Well, I see the first word of different amusements, right? There's the Ferris wheel, the merry-go-round, bumper cars, roller coaster, but there's also, bouncy castle. Rubber, baby, buggy, bumper. Does that one go together? Okay, it is. Awesome. Rubber, baby, buggy, bumper. It's a tongue twister, common tongue twister here in the United States. Say it, 5 times fast and pretty much guaranteed you're going to fall over your tongue. Rubber, baby, buggy, bumper. How about a duffel bag, a carry-on, roller coaster? No, a roller bag? Oh, or a hard shell. These are different luggage options. Yeah, good. And leave it to me to have the easiest and the hardest for last, right? Something that should just be blaringly obvious. Maybe it is. Oh, no, merry-go-round. Oh, okay, well, maybe that was the... that was the red herring today. Merry, bright, sunny, bouncy? Okay, cheerful. So then what are these? Heather, Pee-wee, Ferris, and Indiana. Oh. Title characters in 80s movies. There was Pee-wee, like Pee-wee's Funhouse. Indiana, like Indiana Jones, I guess. Ferris, like Ferris Bueller. And then Heather... I don't know. Heather somebody. Green category today was Rubber Baby Buggy Bumper. I almost missed that one too. Stumble over my words. Kinds of luggage: carry-on, duffel bag, hard shell, or a roller. Often hard shells are also rollers. I got wheels on them, thank goodness. Cheerful, bouncy, bright, merry, and sunny. Title characters in 80s movies: Ferris Bueller, Heather's, I don't know. And then Indiana Jones and Pee-wee Herman. The Heathers. 1988 cult classic dark movie Heathers. Winona Ryder. Well, that's a new one. That is a new one to me. I've never heard of that. Alright, let's play the mini crossword. The Hawaiian version of this food was invented in Canada. I've heard of this. That is pizza. Hawaiian pizza was not made in Hawaii. It just was made in Canada and had pineapple on it. Ham and pineapple. I love it. I actually love pineapple on pizza. Some people would disagree with me, but they are entitled to their opinion too. Unintuitive phrase for a language learner. I don't know. It could be anything. A tiny bit of change. It's like a penny. I don't know. Wise ones. Maybe sages. I might be changing a lot of this. Drug that supposedly influenced the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, which I have on vinyl actually. That is LSD. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Black dots black dots on dominoes or pips. In an ideal world. These do fit. Okay. Witty insults, zings. Spaced out, zoned out. Vegetarian food brain. Oh, Amy's. Yeah, I have heard that one. Okay. The Hawaiian version of this food was invented in Canada. It's pizza. Hawaiian pizza. Ham and pineapple. Or Canadian bacon and pineapple, which makes perfect sense. If it's Canadian, it's Canadian bacon. Unintuitive phrase for a language learner. An idiom. Not an idiom, an idiom. Some of those idioms that only make sense in English, and if you say them in any other language, you're like, wait, what? That doesn't make sense. There are idioms in other languages too, right? It goes both ways. If you were to literally translate an idiom from another language, it's like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, good. Tyson's on the same boat with me. Loves Hawaiian pizza. I'm glad. We'll have Hawaiian pizza with our peanut butter and salsa sandwiches. Tiny bit of change. How about just a penny? Wise ones, sages. Drug that supposedly influenced the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. LSD. Black dots on dominoes or pips. It's funny, we're about to play pips. In an ideal world. Witty insults or zings. Spaced Out, Zoned Out. And then vegetarian food brand Amy's. I just had a bite of pizza, actually. Leftovers. I love cold pizza. Do you guys like cold pizzas? Okay, Trevor. This requires some explanation. Don't shoot the messenger here, but Tyson, that you've been talking with, his favorite sandwich in the world, I'm not making this up. Tyson, back me up on this. His favorite sandwich in the world is a peanut butter and salsa sandwich. I have not had one yet, but I know that I'm going to have to try one on a live stream, and I will have to give you my honest feedback about it. I think it sounds like the most repulsive thing in the world, but there's always a first time for everything. There's also a last time for everything too, so don't forget that. All right, let's play the easy pips. A bunch that have to be the same. That looks like maybe some 4s going on. That has to be a 5. This has to be greater than. And this has to go here. Haha, we did it. Did somebody say that the cookie, if you earn the cookie, it's like less than like 15 seconds or something? Isn't that what it was? Do that tomorrow? Oh, I don't know. Do I have... I'm going to have to check my calendar and see if I have the whole rest of the day, like, empty, so that if that is the most terrible thing I've ever done, I think I do have things tomorrow, so maybe I can't do it then. I will do it sometime, Tyson. I will do it sometime. It may not be tomorrow. It may not even be this week. But at some point, just to appease you, I will try it. And you can put me on the record as quoting me saying that I, at some point in my life, I will try it. It will not be today. It will not be maybe even this week, though. Okay. Another difficulty. How about the medium puzzle? Sometimes the medium puzzle is the hardest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 could be the 6s. Oh, it's all greater than less than. Shoot. Okay, so less than, remember left less than, that has to be less than. This could be 2 6s. No, this has got to be our 2 6s. So then this could be greater than, so maybe 4. This could be anything. Less than 2, so this has to be our 1. Greater than, so maybe this is our 3. And then a bunch that are equal to each other. I see 5s. I bet you it's our 5. 5. 5 and 5. This one. This one. And this one. There we go. Look at that. I'm not suffering from square brain today. Aren't you proud of me? That went well. Okay, how about the hard mode? Oh boy. All right, equal to 2, equal to 2, equal to 2. Well, how does that work? There's only so many 1s here. Okay, a bunch that are equal to each other, I bet, are the 3s. Oh, and we can't have... Hold on, I'm going to move this. Because we can't have 2 that are... That's got to be a 2. Less than, so this is probably our 2. And then this equals 0 to give us another 3. And then this one. And then how about a 1 and 0? What if this one goes over here? So then this would have to be our 1 and 0. And then 3s. So this could be our 2. Ah, this does work. Okay, and then this one could go spinny, spinny. Put it there. And then this one equals 2 because it's 2 and 0. Ha ha! Nice. Nice, nice. We actually did that one in record time. Look at that. 1 minute, 41 seconds. How much did we do the medium puzzle? Minute and 11 seconds. So 30 seconds cheaper on the medium puzzle. The giveaway on this one was all those 6s. 6s, 6s. And then 5s, 5s. And then the connector between them had to be a 5 and a 6. So that had to go there. Everything else just kind of fell into place. And then the easy puzzle was fine. It was just the 4s, right? Whatever's the most of, it's got to be equals. It's got to be those. And that one had to be 5. This one had to be greater than. Greater gator to the left. That's how I remember it. Thank you, Tyson, for that. Trying to think of what I should do here. How about phase? Okay, there is an H. What do we do with the H? Could be TH. No, maybe it's TH at the end. Like north. Okay. Okay. Get your butts in gear, because that is pretty cool. Could be like mouth. It's not south. We've already guessed the S. Awesome. Awesome. We got it in 3 today. We got it in 3. My poor streak. Oh, that kills me. 99% wins. My max streak. The very first streak I ever had. My only streak. 162. Boy, those were the good old days, weren't they? Those were the good old days. Current streak 2. Because I lost against Coven. Coven. C-O-V-E-N. Coven. And then, you know, it was funny. Afterwards, I was like thinking of all the words that also kind of sound like that. Like covenant, like a promise. Or a legal agreement. What was the other one? Convent. I wonder if those are related. Convent and coven. Coventry. I was thinking of like all of the different words. Sadly, that was not it. It was not meant to be, sports fans. Today it was, though. Coven. No. How about mouth? I tried phase, which gave us the H. North, which gave us lucky an O, T, and H. I guess I could have guessed a CH as well. I thought, yeah, it might be TH. North, mouth. Cool. Yeah, let's do it. Let's play Strands. On the syllabus. Tell me you see the word college there. College. It's not. College. Of course. I saw it. Maybe these are things that are going to be in the course, like an exam. Okay. Lots of lectures. You're going to need to do some reading. Quizzes. Whole lot of work. How about homework? Ooh, and you have to write a paper. I assigned a paper to my college course. You know, I teach at the high school, but I teach concurrent enrollment photography for one of my classes, two sections of my classes. And I'm making them write an essay. Ooh, it's devious. I love having them write an essay. Not just to torture the kids. I make it sound like I'm this evil, like, mastermind. Yes, I have them do that. But also, I have them write it because it's to fall in love with a photographer. It's great. Oh, Tyson, thank you for the reminder. Awesome. Yeah, I actually got after my fourth period class today because they were so loud. I mean, like, yelling a conversation at each other. And I squashed that. I was like, nope, we are not doing that. You guys are college students, and you guys are used to, you know, your academic grade being tied to this, you know, proficiency thing. Because it's a college class, I can take off points off your grade because you're loud. And they went, I can do that because professionalism, and you're not being professional. And so they hushed up pretty quick. It was pretty awesome. I love having that much power. All right, solving 6. We've got a couple of tricky letters. Let's see if we can make something out of them. I see F, O, U, Z, B, and X. Oh boy. R, I, E, T, H, and N. There's no A. There's no G for like an ing word. There's also the TH are on the same side, so I can't do TH words. But then what? Then what? I don't know where to go. All right, well, zo or cho is a word. It's funny what words transfer over into these puzzles. It's like you can't use Bactrian, which is an English word, but you can use zhou, which is a Chinese word. It's like, what? There's no A. I was going to say textural. That's funny. Tyson, you know, I really try to separate this live stream with my teaching life, you know. I don't even think the principal or any of the admin or anybody know that I do a live stream. I do these daily live streams, and I kind of want to keep it very separate, right? Very, very separate. This is my YouTube life, and then separately, this is my teaching life. And I like to keep it that way, you know? So to say, oh, you need to go see my fan, they'll go, what fan? Oh, well, in my live stream. You do live streams? You know, like, I don't tell kids about this. In fact, it's better that they don't know, you know? I'd rather they not know. I think I told you before, you know, people ask, do you want to, you know, have all your kids subscribe to you to gain your subscribers? I said, no, that actually hurts my channel rather than help it. If I were to tell everyone, oh, go subscribe to my channel, they would subscribe to help me. But actually, it would hurt because the algorithm would go, oh, here's a bunch of brand new subscribers. Let me show them videos. And they don't watch anything. And then it ends up hurting my channel because then the algorithm goes, oh, he makes videos that nobody watches. These brand new fresh subscribers. So it would actually hurt my channel rather than help it. So I do not I do not have people subscribe to my channel. Even like close family friends, I don't really bring this up unless it comes up in conversation, you know. Just as a general principle, you know, I want it to grow naturally, organically, and it's not going to if it's, you know, forced by that kind of thing. So I tend to not even tell people. It's crazy, I know. Oh boy, the TH, come on. Am I going to just have to do a bunch of small words? Okay, how about oxen? Nift. Oh, you're funny. No, Tyson, you're a diehard watcher. You're the best person to be watching and subscribing because you actually watch all my content. It's a great thing. It's a good thing. The M, if there was an M on the board, that'd be nice. Like numb. I know you joke around. You always joke around. I've never seen you serious. You're always joking around. That's part of the fun, right? Life's too short to be so serious. Oh, these small words are killing me. All right, I'm going to write down these words, but I think I'm going to just start over fresh. Oxen, knit, tub. You're funny. Doorbell ditch you at 2 a.m. I will be asleep at 2 a.m. I will be dead asleep at 2 a.m. Robotics. How about just robot? I can't do texture because the R and the E are on the same side. Text. I guess I can play text. Tenzu. That sounds like a Japanese word. Tenzu. Alright, I'll write down these words too. Robot and text. Frozen. Frozen nub. That's funny. Go but. Text, but then what do I do? 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 4 words. Yeah, that's a good idea, but I can't play TH on the same side, though. THIN. Frozen nub but. Okay, help me out. What words do you see? Frozen nub but. We got an H, I, and X. H, I, X. How do we use these letters? The problem is the H. Honestly, I didn't think the H would be the hardest part, but because the T and the H are on the same side, it's like, what do you do with that? Yeah, I said text. Do we have an E word? Nothing yet. No E words yet. I think if we can use up the H, we'd crack the rest wide open. This was a tough one. Good thing they give us 6 words for it, right? But honor. robot, text, and then what? Turf? Fix? I don't need an X, I need a Z. I feel like we can use a TIZE word. You're gonna get fruitized. One, two, three, four, five. I'm going to write down these words because this is a good set. I just don't know how to use honor, robot, text, turf, and fruit. But how do we use the Z? What do we start with? I already forgot my list. Honor. It does work. Robotize. To turn something robotic. To robotize. Hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. Okay, what word started with an E? Nothing. Shoot. We don't have an E word yet, guys. But if we can get over to something ending with a T, we can get text. Or turf. Text, turf, we got it. So we just need to get over to the T. To infruit something. Love your thinking. Exit. Okay, so then we just need turf. There it is. Ladies and gents. We've done it. Solve it in 6 words. We did it in 4. We're 2 under par today. That feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. Okay. Honor, then robotize, and then exit, and then turf. Okay, what did they do yesterday? Brain power and reject. I think we played the word reject, didn't we? Reject, and then I don't know where it left us. Brain power. That's a doable. Both of those are doable words. We just didn't put them in that order, I guess. All right, let's recap real fast. All right, the connections puzzle today, rubber baby buggy bumper for the green category. Blue category, kinds of luggage, the carry-on, the duffel bag, the hard shell, and the roller. It's funny because it was roller coaster, bumper cars. What was the other? Ferris wheel. It's funny to throw those in there. The cheerful was the yellow category, bouncy, bright, merry, and sunny. Leave it to me to get, the first and the last. Easiest and the hardest for last. And then the purple category, title characters in 80s movies. There was Ferris for Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Heather for The Heathers. I had to look that one up. I had never heard that one. I think it's like a horror movie. Indiana for Indiana Jones in his many movies. And then Pee Wee Herman's Funhouse for better or for worse, right? Paul Rubens had a rocky history. The Hawaiian version of this food was invented in Canada. It has Canadian bacon on it. It's the pizza. By the way, I didn't mention this, but if you like what you see and you're brand new to this, give it a like, consider subscribing, because we do it every day. And I just show up in your feed. It'll show up as a podcast. It's that square icon. Click on that and you're watching the latest every day. So whether you do the puzzles or you just want to kind of do them vicariously through me or however you want to do it, it's pretty fun. Aranja and Gianmarco and Callie today. You know what? Yeah, absolutely. Trevor, if you're still on, Trevor Happy, you fill our lives with joy. So thank you. I appreciate you coming on. The Hawaiian version pizza. I actually love Hawaiian pizza. Sue me. I don't care. I love it. For loving Hawaiian pizza. I love it. Unintuitive phrase for a language learner, an idiom. Tiny bit of change. How about a penny? That is not very much change. Sometimes I'll find pennies in the parking lot and I pick them up. I'm sure the kids think I'm crazy, but if I'm walking around and I see a quarter on the ground, I will absolutely 100% of the time pick it up. Even if I was a millionaire, I would still pick up pennies and quarters and stuff off the ground. I'm just insane like that. I don't know. That's just me. Am I the only one? When you see change on the ground, do you pick it up? I mean, I've been teaching for 14 years. It adds up. It adds up. I've found at least probably $20 or $30 total. I could, go to lunch with that. Oh, good. Trevor, I'm glad you're on. He's like, I heard my name. Doing homework today. Well, you're one of the great ones. Some of my kids never do their homework. And I'm like, dude, you have classes and they expect you to do homework. My kids, my personal kids, they do their homework diligently. My son, in fact, he's in an engineering class, and they had to come up with something that betters their school, something that's not great at school, and they want to fix it. And his project was to come up with a system to remember paper homework. And it's a folder, and it has like a not finished side and a finished side, and you pass it from one to the other, and every time you get assigned something, folder comes out, slip it in, and then in the top right corner, you write down, what is due. And so whatever's due, you write it down. And the due date, right? You say what the due date is. So then if it's not done yet, it's in the left pocket, and you can see when it's due, finish it up, stick it in the other pocket when it's done, and then you just bring it to all your classes, and you just pass it to all your teachers when you're finished with them. So that was his homework, to remember his homework. Wise ones, sages. Drug that supposedly influences the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, LSD. I actually have a vinyl record of Sgt. Pepper's. It's in beautiful condition. I actually have a couple of beautiful, mint condition records. Just remarkable. I actually got lucky at a thrift store one time. I saw Harry Belafonte, jump in the line, everybody in time. Da, 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 da. I have that one, and it's pristine, perfect condition. It's got a great sound. That's probably worth money. I mean, all of those are probably worth money. Black dots on dominoes, pips. In an ideal world, a witty insult, a zing. Those are zings. And then spaced out, zoned out. Vegetarian food brand, Amy's. I've actually had Amy's. Did I have their burrito? I think I had a burrito of theirs. Or like a bowl. I don't know. It was good. It was really good. A little overpriced, but when you get into kind of that fancy schmancy sort of food, it is definitely overpriced. All right, the easy puzzle on the pips. The giveaway was the 4s. That was the thing I had most of, and they all had to be equal. And then, let's see, medium. Awesome. So medium, there were a bunch of 6s, a bunch of 5s. I don't need to dwell on these. You've seen these before. And then the hard puzzle we actually only did in 1 minute and 40 seconds, which is cool. The giveaway was the 3s. Everything was real low numbers except for a couple of multiples, which had to be the 3s. So 1 and 1, 2 and 0, 1 and 1, 2 and 0. So that one actually went really swimmingly. So did the Wordle, even though we're in hard mode. There it is, hard mode. Still activated. For better or for worse, I missed the puzzle 2 days ago because a coven, a grouping of witches is a coven. There's phase. I started with phase, and that gave me the H. North, which gave me the O, the T, and the H in the correct place. I'm like, there's only so many words that do that, so I guessed mouth. And then the Strands puzzle today, we go back to the puzzle. There we are. We actually saw the Spangram first. College course. In my course, there is a large exam at the end. Let's see, reading. Yes, you have to do reading. There are plenty of lectures, quizzes, homework, and a research paper. Luckily, the homework is really fun in my class. It's like, okay, go out and take pictures. Like, go like to a park and take pictures. Like, that sounds awesome. It's pretty fun. If I think about it, I'll make a YouTube video making and eating peanut butter and salsa sandwiches. I'm considering doing that on a live stream. I really am. All right, in the letterbox today was our last puzzle. We had honor and then robotize to get rid of that dumb Z. And there were the H and the T were on the same side, so I couldn't do TH words. And then exit or exit, depending on what part of the country you're from, I guess. And then T for turf. And if you're new here and you like what you see, give this video a like and then consider subscribing because I'll come up into your feed. We do this every day. It's really fun. We just have a fun chat just like this and do puzzles together. And you can do your homework or you can make peanut butter and salsa sandwiches or whatever you feel like doing while I'm doing these puzzles. Help me out. Shout out the answers. Aranha loves just telegraphing his answers to me in the chat. So does Tyson, but Tyson does it in sort of a way that sort of gives away the answers a lot of times. So I tend to not look during the Wordle because that might just give it away. All right, well, you guys are awesome, and I hope you have a great night. Seriously, whatever you're doing right now, it is Tuesday. I had to look to remind myself because yesterday was such a crazy day. I felt like I lived two lifetimes yesterday with all the craziness that happened, getting basically, what do you call it? Just, we had to leave, evacuated. That's the word. We had to evacuate the school yesterday. Some crazy kid thought he'd be funny and scare us all half to death. The other thing that at this debriefing that I saw just today, that's why I was a little bit late today. We actually, we learned that this kid, they know who it is. You know, it's not like they don't have cameras everywhere. This kid is going to get at least 1, possibly 2 felony charges. And yeah, just big time. It's just big consequences for big dumb actions. It's just crazy. Anyway, well, you guys are awesome. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I will catch you on the next one. See you guys.